Okay, am I live? Let's see. I'm live. Okay. That works for me, to be honest. That works for me. You know who isn't human? Alright. Alright. Boredom time. So essentially, building a level is going to be fairly alright. Only problem is playtesting. Bro. Okay. Okay, bro. So the enemies that were given were Dolphina, and then also enemy ID 684. In addition, there was Mega Cat, Doge Dark, and also to finish it all up, there was Medusan. So the idea was to use these five in a level somehow. I want to try put Janillion in here because I think Janillion would be good. I don't think the music is too loud. It seems alright. I'll put it down a bit though. Loafed is sending a heart. Okay. Hello, Loafed. You're still in voice call, aren't you? You're in voice call with Blazed and Didio. Bye bye. Well, building a level moment. I'm curious, actually. I'm fairly sure that this thing was at 240% in Taurus Trail, which kind of aids to deal with. I don't think I want it to be 240% because 240% is pretty stupid. Even 180 is kind of dumb, but I think I'll go with 150 for now. Janillion can probably also go to 150, so it's actually a threat. The rest of this stuff can be balanced. Okay, bro, Blaze. I don't think Medusa needs to be any higher. It's already quite annoying as it is. Doge Star can be 1200% because there's no foundations. Mega Cat can be. This is fine. This thing probably needs to go to 400% or like 350 for it to have balanced damage. The whole idea for this level is to have Janillion tank for the backliners, and then the backliners kill everything else. So it is quite difficult. So either be Cancer or the best level ever. I just need to design ways to overcome certain things. For example, Dark Laser would sort of shred this level, but then there's also Medusan. There's both Medusan and this guy to shred Dark Laser in theory. So it is supposed to be quite weird. I think the idea will be probably spawn this after a bit. Just add any castle, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. I'll just do that castle. Can allow everything except Ubers and Legend Rares, so we take those out. And it's a pretty good basis for a level. I'm just not really sure how to balance this thing. This thing seems really annoying to balance. Like, if this thing's in the level, it should be a long level. So, I'm gonna just up it to like 4,500. The Dolphina, there probably should be like 3 or 4 of them, I would guess. Doge Dark, there probably should be 2 layers. The boss should probably be this guy. And then I should also add 1 more backliner, just to make it even worse. Something like Sleipnir or like Chick-fil-A, I think would be good. Number 1, I want to diversify the level, so there's multiple traits, like a lot of traits. And then also, on top of that, yeah, make it so that ramen is actually a pick in the level. I don't think that'll be too much interesting. I'll probably just need one more peon and 1 more like backliner, and that's pretty packed for level already. This thing needs to spawn after a long time, I would guess, like 5,000 probably. This needs to be an infinity spawn. Probably will be like a 6 spawn. Starting at 100. You have some filler peons maybe? Delay this by like 15 to 20 seconds. So maybe 400 to like 500. Medusan can come later, I guess, like 3,000. Like once a good economy is going, this thing will spawn, should spawn with Janillion. I do think that Janillion is faster though. It is a lot faster. Still looks like this thing does too much damage though, but it's really not too much damage. Because the DPS is pretty bad. Hacky? No, I'm not adding Hacky. I'm not adding Hacky. Hacky just makes it bad. In my opinion. I might end up adding like a mole or something. Again, I don't know exactly how to balance this. Maybe I'll do like a 600 delay and then like a 700 delay. So then this thing can walk forward a bit. This thing should spawn with the boss, and this thing should spawn probably every like 2,000, like 2,200. That seems pretty balanced. Janillion, there's only 1. Medusan, I think there should only be 1. So it's kind of just like dealing with the same enemies over and over again. Hello, Kilo. I'm designing a level. I'm a little bit torn between what kind of backliner I should use. Because there are plenty of annoying backliner enemies, but like I don't want to use all of them in the level. Could try like the zombie guy. This thing seems pretty good. Drops no money though. Randy just makes it a clone of the other level. This thing could be nice to use, honestly. Piggyback and Piggy Victorious. Like, when you boost these things to high mag, they do become quite threatening. Wayland seems a little bit boring, but I could use Wayland. These look really AIDS. Zappy, I'm not adding Zappy. Zappy would make this level even worse. Yeah, all of these are pretty much out of the question. Martin's also out of the question because it's more traitless fodder. This chick is also out of the question. So is this Civil? Maybe. That's tough. Okay then. You could add like Muth, maybe. Or Owlbow. But Owlbow and Muth are like sort of overused in terms of peons, in my opinion. Maybe this guy. This guy's like really annoying to deal with. But then you won't have any money to deal with anything else, so it can't be an Ursa Major. Yo. This guy. Maybe Clionel? Could just be Clionel. Makes Nala worth considering. Like, with high mags, this thing is pretty annoying anyway. It's a consideration, but I sort of want a backliner that's like Sleipnir. Bear's too annoying. Owl Bowley actually seems pretty good. I think I like Owl Bowley. CTO Seal. CTO Seal's not really... I don't like using it. I think I'll end up using Owl Bowley. It's got good money drop. It's annoying. The health is fairly low, but the damage is high. So like you get rewarded for killing it quickly if you can. So I think I'll try Owl Bowley. I don't know, this could be a bit too much though. Since this is 400 to 500 respawn, probably end up making the next one like 3,000 or like 2,800 to like 2,900 and do like longer respawn like 700 to 800. And then I just need one peon, right? Can I add maybe like 2 of these, or like 4 of these maybe? It does seem a little bit inflated though. I'm gonna make this one also spawn fairly quickly, so you can deal with it fairly quickly. Oh yeah, this is a fairly good basis for level, I think. What's the idea here? What did I see what you did? Okay. Well, I don't know what you saw that I did. The idea here is to make a level with Janillion, so it can snipe backliners at a reasonable rate. And then the Janillion tanks for this guy, so then you don't have to put them at high magnifications. Because if, like, this enemy by itself is really imbalanced, if you look at every stage that this is in, it's like, it's just got way too much health or damage. Like, this thing has 60k damage and 3.5 million health. It's just too much. For the Omni Strike, it's just a bit imbalanced, you know? It just, like, it either wipes your board and, like, doesn't die, or it just doesn't do enough and then dies quickly. You know, like, for example here, like... Okay, this one's sort of... I don't really know how to describe it, but... Yeah, 20,000, and then it's got 1 million health at 250 range. So it's like, it gets killed by Fishman in like 8 hits. You can chain it probably, you can weaken it, and then it's sort of not a threat. So I think the best idea is to have something else tanking for it, like a Janillion. And then the Janillion also helps snipe down backliners, but then it's also available to Stepping Stone. I don't know. It's weird. Need one more thing. Probably a relic. Probably a relic. Problem is, relics don't drop any money. All these relics give you either no money or a lot of money. There's nothing in between. Honey ones are like the closest, but then honey ones just are too much of an HP wall. So I don't want to use Honeywell. You could just use an alien. Maybe like Alien Pig or something. That'd be pretty cool. Spartan Jr., hello, I guess. I'm just trying to find like a reasonable enemy to put in. Maybe just this guy, to be honest. Problem is, these guys do too much damage. Like, put them at high mag, they do too much damage, so... I think it'll be like fairly moderate mags for the level. Let's see how this goes. It also applies pretty good pressure, and it's fast, so... I do think it's a good idea. You can add like a few of them. We can do like 5 of them spawning maybe. And like make them respawn every 30 seconds. That seems fairly alright. You can have like an infinite spawn as well. That comes later. And like spawns every like minute or something. Make this like 5,500 to 5,700 or something. So yeah, this is just like the idea of the level is to apply slow pressure and then everything builds up, and if you can't kill everything, then you lose. I do not know how this will turn out. I have absolutely no clue how this will turn out. This could be completely rushable. I don't think it is though, because you can't kill this Genuine fast enough. Honestly, I'll probably put this down a bit. Seems a bit imbalanced. It's hard to really get a good number. I think 120 is fine. And then to finish things off, set the correct base health. Like, just 1 million probably, 1.3 million or something. And yeah, this looks fairly good. I'm gonna set some layers so everything looks correct. Let's just see how this goes. Genelian needs to be in front. Medusa needs to be in front. Our Valley needs to be in front. And then these can just be like 5 to 9, I think. See how this goes. I think this will be pretty alright. Of course I have to change this first. I'll probably just go like 800% or something. I don't want them to feel too oppressive. I don't want them to feel too weak either. Like this balancing I think is alright. Now they have like a lot of damage, but you still get a lot of money from them. Let's see how this goes. Also, unironically gives 3 times less money than the red one horn, despite being the strongest variant. Okay. Sure. Let's check that. I don't actually know if that's true. It is true. It's nearly 3 times less. Sizu 800 to 900. I wanted to one-shot Eraser, but I guess I don't want it to one-shot Rice Ball. I don't know how much health Rice Ball has off the top of my head. It's like 29,000. Well, no time like the present to do some playtesting. This is, after all, revision 1. I literally just built it. I think like this infinite time is probably a bit too much. I'll say 3,300. Let's say that maybe, and then just put this to 3. Do you have like infinity peons and then limited everything else? This thing is just there to like finish you off if you can't do enough. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know where to put this. I guess I'll just put it in here. It's not like I'm doing much in here anyway. Just go with like a good lineup first. Go with like Manic Eraser. We'll bring Newton anyway because Newton's stupid. Bahamut Blast is banned, so no Bahamut Blast. Bring Can because it's Can. Pizza because it's pizza. What else? Nymph Cat because it can control the staff Gigando, because there's traitless guys, Hitman, maybe. I don't think Hitman will be a good option though, because he is expensive. Slime because it's slime. Supercar seems a bit wrong in this level. Maybe just Maglev. Let's see how this goes. I have absolutely no clue if this will be good or not. What does layer mean? It specifies how the enemy spawns on the map. So for example, if I put an infinite health thing. Oh, this is an Uber, I can't use it. But if I put like an infinite health thing on the map, then you'll see them spawn so that X is in front of Y, you know. So if I just like do this, just to let the enemies build up, you can see how everything spawns in an order. That's what layering is. Civilization's the r/BC event, so I have to build a level. My team has to build a level. I'm just trying to go over a few revisions and like go over like what is good, a good possibility. Gomen SI, that's fine. Forgotten enemy. What forgotten enemy? Dub. I hate that Newton gets shit on by Janillion. That's the whole point, though. That's the whole point of having Janillion in this level is to counter the backliners. So you can bring the backliners, but they're just gonna get sniped down. You know, they're gonna get doubly sniped down both by this guy and also the Janillion. I don't know if it's too much because again I haven't playtested this shit. It probably is too much. We'll see though. Very shortly. I think the enemies just spawn a little bit too quickly. Like, that's just too fast for enemies to spawn. Oh, they all spawned on the same frame. Okay, I'm fixing that. Obviously, that's not supposed to happen. I'll go like 1,400 to 1,600, probably. That way there's not too many at one time. But then they also, like, give you some time to recuperate. I think I will delay this by an extra bit of time. Because there does need to be some time to gain money, so I'll go, like, delay 1,000 already. I'm already making changes based on what I'm seeing. Yeah, let's see if this is any better. Probably be a bit better, but I don't know. It's pretty interesting, yeah, it's pretty interesting. You can't rush this level down because you literally won't be able to. There's a boss guard and there's no Bahar talent either. Ooh, slime missed there. Yikes. Well, let's see what happens if I just get Newton out. Like, no-brain the Newton, you know? Maybe something will happen. Oh, that was a bad slime. Oops. Okay, I think everything just rushes. Like, this is just too much, bro. This is too much. I think this is just too much, yeah. It's too much happening at once. But that's why I playtest, so... Just get that off that. Like, I'm already dead. I'm already dead, and it's like barely into the level, so this is definitely getting nerfed. Yeah, okay. So either I have to make the stage longer or make the enemy delay a bit longer. Newton already died. Yeah, okay, well, that was certainly some way to die. The damage output's pretty good though. Everything's fairly shared in terms of damage output. So that's a good sign. I really do think the enemies come a little bit too quickly though. So time to nerf again. I think the easiest way would just be to say 900, 900, 1000. Alright. Just give it an extra 10 seconds. I think 10 seconds is probably enough time to set up a good economy. Not sure though. This will go to 1500. I'm not, like, Dolphina just sucks dick to deal with. Got an enemy as a cyclone. It's the mysterious thingamabob. I don't actually know the name either. Bahamut just eat every single one of the peons. Well, the whole balancing is so that you don't use Bahamut Blast. No Rich Cat, no Bahamut Blast. Yeah, so it's a certain rule set for this. It's not supposed to be balanced around items or Bahamut Blasts. And like really stupid mechanics is what they said. That's why Can level 10 speed sucks ass, by the way, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, that's a lot more time to build up money. That's good. But this thing's already going to get double cashed, so I'm fairly happy with this. Oh, it's not dead? Yo. Alright, let's just put on the CPU. Like, I don't want to think about how I'm sending things out. Let's get that going. Get Nymphcat for sniping soon, probably. Get Hitman as well. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so if I get Newton out, he dies. But like, I don't really know how else I should deal with this. Oh, that was a bad thing. He's just gonna get hit. See, now everything gets weakened, and then the Genuian's harder to kill. That's the whole, like, that's why I want to try and make this. Because, like, this whole gimmick is pretty interesting. Just, yeah, I think it does a little bit too much damage. I probably have to nerf it again. Also, probably have to nerf it to, yeah, like, everything just died. Okay, bro. Yo. Chill, bro. Yo. But it's already knocked back once, though, somehow. Seems pretty annoying. Okay, yeah, Newton's dead already. That's insane. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can see, like, the idea of this level is just, like, hard. That's the main problem, isn't it? It's just hard. It's just very hard. Yeah. So, like, if I just have a bit more money and a bit more time, then I think the idea of this level is pretty good, right? Dolphina seems a little bit boosted as well, but it's all good. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. So next change, I'm definitely nerfing this guy. Like, this guy is too strong. 350 I think is a little bit too much. Probably just go down to 300. And then issue is this thing can be killed fairly quickly. So I don't know. Mysterious Calamity, yeah, something like that. Hello OO. Said Cyclone, you don't remember the name. Yeah, that's fine. Good energy synergy. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good energy synergy. You got the weaken that has like a good amount of damage. Now I nerfed it, it's probably like fairly balanced. Like a good amount of damage. Then the Genuian also really helps out with like some of the damage output without being too unfair, like hitting everything. But then it's also getting buffed by the weaken, like a lot by the weaken. So I think I should probably delay this a bit more. Because it's fast anyway, so it doesn't need to be on the board that quickly. Delay this a little bit more. So you can like set up the battle, I guess. Another 10 seconds. And then, yeah, it's just dealing with everything else. The Medusan, I think, spawns at a fairly good time. I should have checked like what the HP on everything was when I died. So this thing was around half health. The Medusan was already here. But I had no direct damage on the Genuian. So I feel like I should delay that spawn. Mega Cat spawning isn't a huge deal. So I can leave that. I just realized what I'm missing. I'm missing Seafarer. So I'm putting Seafarer in. I think Newton is a little bit too weak for this level. Nala seems actually really good. I don't know why I didn't have Nala before. Nala's sort of broken. Hitman, not consistent enough. Not enough bulk. Gigando also seems pretty weak. His stats just suck a bit. So just left with these now. Still got a lot of options. I think Supercar would probably be pretty cool. Supercar's a bit of a tech tech option because Supercar can knock back the Genuine, which then allows you to hit the other guy. So maybe that's some kind of hidden fishman tech. I don't know. Maybe this would be a good idea, but it's sort of hard to do it because the money is quite difficult to manage. Maybe it could just be a rich cat as well to do things, or maybe just Courier is broken. I think Courier is broken. Don't know why I didn't have Courier before. Courier sort of just shits on the level, to be honest. I think now I have Courier, it makes sense that the Medusan comes early. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to once again try the same setup. I get this down. Get Seafarer down. Start spamming that. Also, where did Nala go? What? The fuck? Where did Nala go? Yeah, Nala's going back in. I feel like Nala is the correct play here. So yeah, like damage, 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 and then Nala. Yikes, that's unlucky. Okay, I'm just gonna start getting these out. Pretty much spam pizza, I would say. Same with just like the general damage seems pretty good, and slime too. Yeah, okay. That's good. Our Valley should give some money. Enemies aren't advancing too quickly, so that's good. Yeah, I have a good amount of money here. This does seem a bit easier to deal with, huh? I can get Nala out soon when the first Dolphina spawns in a bit. Yeah. Like that. Just prevent Courier spawn, just so I can get Nala out a bit quicker. Also, I need to change the blast as well. Because Thunderbolt's not doing anything. Okay, that seems a little bit too easy to control now, though. Like, there's no... The Scissor Moves provide a lot of frontline pressure, but not like sudden frontline pressure like a Gory, you know? So, maybe this level's a bit too easy. It's already nearly dead. Like, bro. Okay, bro. What the fuck? It's already dead? What? What? How did it die? How is it dead? Okay, so... Obviously this level needs to change a little bit. Nala's still alive somehow. Ah, okay, but that does provide an interesting dynamic, because if you do rush it down, then it gets strengthened and it kills everything. So, maybe that is the way to go. I don't know. Maybe not, though. Completely ran out of money, so... Okay, okay. Mega Cat's spawning soon, but like everything's already sort of dead. Janelian's going to die. Very interesting, yeah, very interesting. Calamity, I didn't think it would die that quickly, but Nala just that broken, no. I think balancing a stage around Blast seems difficult. It is difficult. Currently, the only stage that's like makes Baja Blast look like a balanced unit is this one. Let me find it. This level here is like one of the few stages which makes Baja Blast look like normal. Because it's so stupid. This level is so dumb that like it makes Baja Blast look normal. Let me try demonstrate really quickly. I'll go back to strat testing in a sec, but this is like one of the few levels which makes Baja Blast look balanced. I'll just show you the initial chain, and you'll see why he looks like balanced. Because even if you get like the most like crazy initial chain, you still end up losing because the enemies are so stupid in this level. Oh dear, wait, that's not good. I fucked up the chain. That's all good. I'll try again. Okay. There's probably enough pressure, I would guess. No, I can't allow that to attack twice. I can't. Because then it's all failed. I just have to kill that normally and then let that die, I think. Yeah, like that. You can prevent one swing like that. Like this. This is the chain which I found out a bit ago. Just really cool, but it's not easy. Like this level makes Baja Blast look... He just died. Wait, how did he die? Oh, because there's no wave resist foundation. That's why. Like this level makes Baja Blast look balanced. It's funny. If you haven't seen people play the level, then you should, because it's really bad in terms of how much garbage is thrown at you in such a short time. Okay, well, yeah, this lineup seemed it was promising. I think this guy just died a little bit too quickly. 750,000 health really isn't much, huh? I think in that case, what I'll do is I'll accept that this thing will die fairly quickly, and then I'll try and get the other stuff out to try and support. And then it becomes a money tight level. So that's pretty interesting. How can a Morph just tank Baja Blast so easily? It's because it's got like 500,000 health. It's really stupid. As I was saying before, the level is just dumb. It looks fairly unassuming at first, and then when you play the level, you realize how stupid it is. Like how much these enemies, like how many just get thrown at you in such a short time. Like, you have one cat cannon worth to deal with the first Technold, and then another one spawns. And the pigs are, like, even worse. Like, by the time the first pig is dead, like, the Technold is here, and then they just wave you down really fast. And the DPS is also quite insane on these enemies. Even with Jetpack, it's hard to sustainably, like, meat shield without losing money. But yeah, I don't want to go into that. That's like the only level I can think of right now that does make Baja Blast look fairly reasonable. So, yeah. So yeah, the level dynamic changes as soon as this Mega Cat spawns. Like, as soon as it spawns, the whole dynamic is like shifted a huge amount. Luckily it is slow, so I can actually get it to spawn fairly quickly. If it wasn't slow, then it would be quite annoying. But as it stands, I can probably just go ahead and make it spawn with the Meduson or something. Or like right before the Meduson. Like 2000. But maybe I'll do this and then make this spawn later. And then spawn another one. within like one, maybe like one cat cannon as well, or something. Because, let's be real, with Paperboy this thing should be easy to deal with, so... let's see how this goes. I don't... Yeah, again, I'm just basing it off theoreticals. Is there anything else? I guess Dawn would be good. Because it's just chip damage on everything. And it's also really helpful against the boss. Breaker Blast will also be good, of course, because the boss isn't immune to the Breaker Blasts. I think this level is pretty cool. I'll say it's like pretty cool. It's interesting. Like, there are not many levels which have like number one have that guy in it, and then also have it like tanked for by something else. Are you serious? I might actually end up bringing Stone as well. Depends how bad the level is. Maybe. Okay. Just do that, I think. If I get that dead. ASAP. Fuck. Is that gonna kill Nala? Bro, that's so cringe, man. It did that much damage before it died. Really? Well, that's truly I don't have pizza in the lineup moment, I think. Yeah, the peons are just not threatening enough. They're either not threatening enough, or they do too much, and then you die to the bosses. Like right now, I'm just out of money, so this is death. All because that one Al Bradley didn't die, you know, fucking Al Bradley moment. Okay, but it is starting to like shape up to be its own kind of level. Like, yeah, that's nearly dead. Like, these enemies are nearly dead, and like I've just been cycling stuff, you know? Like, that just died, I've just been cycling stuff, so now it just becomes like a race against time. Like, can I kill the other stuff without losing too much money? And this is where like my idea of the multiple Dolphinas comes in. Because now the multiple Dolphinas are like a huge threat. I think I'm dead though to the boss anyway, but sucks. Oh, never mind. So now this it's a bit funny because now I have to like survive against Dolphinas while being close to the base. And I think I'm dead here. But it's like fairly close to being alive, no? And then the Mega Cat sort of helps out everything. Yeah, I think this is actually fairly balanced. It's just everything... I think the pace is still a little bit too quick. But it seems pretty balanced to me. Maybe there's a bit too much money. Maybe I could take out some of the peons at the start. Not really sure. If you let Mega Cat push up, then you lose to the Dolphinas, so... I think this is actually turning out to be alright. Just, again, I have to change the pace of the level quite a lot. So it's, number one, not as easy to fend off the rest of these peons once Mega Cat is here, and also that, you know, the peons spawn a bit less. I think that's probably the case here. I think less is more. I think less is more. Because less peons means less money, so you can't brain dead spam everything. And then, yeah, okay. But that seemed pretty alright. That seemed pretty alright. Like, didn't seem unbalanced, like too unbalanced. Maybe the Meduson could be reduced in delay. Not sure. I'll figure it out. That seemed alright, but it's just a few too many enemies came at like one point in time. So it didn't feel that good. Okay, we can stop spamming that. And this is a win. But that seemed pretty alright. Yo, what's good, Chase? Do we ever get the 11th anniversary boss featured in a stage? No, only that one stage. Where's 10 EVA 13s? No, obviously I'm not doing that. This is, I think, yeah, this version 1 seems alright. It seems pretty alright. Maybe I need Megacat to spawn a bit sooner. I could do that. Make the Medusan spawn less. Maybe make an additional Dolphina. Make the Peon spawn a little bit less. So then it's not as much pressure. But then there's still enough money. Maybe I could just stop the Peons altogether, but that seems wrong. Because then Cone just shits on everything. So there has to be some kind of balance between it. This seemed pretty alright. I'm just gonna save this as a replay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So I'm gonna send that as a pack to my team. So I just have a bit of an idea on what I'm trying to design. And yeah, I'll see what feedback they will give me. Um, 1 second, chat. Just bear with me. Exports. I don't know what this pack is called actually. It's called 9.8. Okay. There it is. 1 second. I build level. Well, Kaipo is probably going to give me some feedback, but in the meantime, I'm going to copy this because this is version 1 uh, and make some adjustments. So number 1, I still think this is like something is a little bit too weak. Like out of these guys, maybe the Janelian is a bit too strong, and this guy's a little bit too weak. Maybe the Dolphina's are a bit too strong, and everything else is a little bit weak. Maybe these guys are a little bit weak. I'm not sure. Something is like a little bit too weak, and then it makes the stage way too easy. Maybe I need another peon. I could add another peon, but I don't really know what peon would be good. Maybe like a Ms. Devil. Ms. Devils are notorious for stealing away your space, like really badly. So I could add Ms. Devils, um, or like Mr. Angel or something. That kind of quality of peon, but like runs in and just like is annoying as fuck. Gabriel seems a little bit too annoying. Yeah, there are definitely options. It is feeling alright, as I was saying before. I'm going to remove. Yeah, I'm gonna make this respawn a lot later. Yeah, these ones have to go up. No question. These ones have to go up. They're spawning way too quickly. Sorry, wait, way too quickly and then give too much money. So I think those go up. Um, yeah, by the time they stop spawning as frequently, then the boss is already supposed to be dead. So let's make Mega Cat spawn a little bit sooner. Give it 500 frames of walking time, maybe, before the other guy spawns. Dolphina seems alright. Janelian, honestly, the Janelian could be nerfed a little bit. Is the restriction that you can only use these enemies? You have to use... Okay, the restriction is... you have to use Doge Dark, Calamity, and then the bottom 3. So, let me just copy it again. Or let me just paste this. You have to use these enemies, and then the rest of them are all optional. Like, whatever else you add has to be a maximum of 10. So these 5 enemies have to be in the level, and there can be five more additional enemy typing. That's the way it goes, yeah. Yeah, that definitely fun. Yeah, that felt pretty fun to play. Honestly, you can also bring a few kind of cannons too. Like you could bring Thunderbolt for the Dolphinas, or like Thunderbolt for the Medusan, Slow Beam for the Dolphinas, Breaker Blast to gain space back. Breaker Blast probably is the best one, but it's fun. Let's see if Kaipora said anything. Kaipora is offline. Bezor. Well, I guess Kaipora is not going to say anything then. Yeah, the magnification of the enemies, it's up to the team. I wanted to put magnifications where they wouldn't feel too oppressive, but they also wouldn't feel like bad either. So they wouldn't feel too weak either. These ones definitely, like they were weak. They were weak. These ones in here, they were a little bit weak. I don't know how to make them stronger. I think probably the step one would be buffing this HP, because this is just a little bit too weak. 1200 I believe is the old mags, but sorry, is pre ZL 1.2 times mags. Yeah, 1.2 times mags goes to 1440%. Now they won't just immediately like die to Courier, which is good. I think I'll make 2 of them spawn. Or like maybe I just make more of them spawn. But then the issue is like more of them don't fix the issue of what I had before. It's just like they don't push quickly. So I do need like Ms. Devil. I really do need Ms. Devil. Otherwise this level just falls apart. So the Ms. Devils apply quite a lot of pressure. I just don't know when they should spawn. Maybe like here. Maybe I'll start spawning them like right near the Genelian, and then make them like have a fairly long spawn delay, and then make them stop spawning when the Medusans arrive. We can have like 4 or 5 of them. I think would be good, and then they can be like a delay of 600 to 800. Seems alright. So then they're gonna stop spawning by the time the second Medusan spawns. I think that's alright, maybe. Dolphina gives way to a lot of potential energy synergy. Yeah, it does. Again, I can't find a good balance with Dolphina. Like, this one, I think, is fairly balanced at 150. 180 is already like 3 crown UL mags, so that's pretty AIDS to deal with. 240% is like, that's just not, you can't put 240% Dolphina in this level, because it will just kill everything. It will literally kill everything, so you can't do that in this level. Simply because of the gimmick of the mysterious guy, you can't put a high mag Dolphina. I do feel like this should go back up to 350. Nah, but it's a little bit strong though. And now the strategy will be a lot more money tight, because there's no there's less peons and they're stronger, and there's also this guy which is fucking AIDS to deal with. So go 300%. Probably is a bit strong. 45,000 is not that much. I can deal with that. Dolphina 200% in UL, only in one stage. Only in one stage. That one is Escola Coast. Let me find it for you. So you think I'm not like lying about Dolphina mags? They are 150. I think a lot of them are 150, but there's a singular 200% Dolphina in Escola Coast. I think it's in Law. Is it Law? Neo? Where is it? Where's this dogshit level? There it is. Singular 200%, and then on 3 crown it's 400%. That you never put this shit in a level. Never put this in a level, please. Sobbing video popped off. Yeah, I'm actually disappointed it popped off, because I put close to no effort into it. I only recorded a video for it because I thought it was funny. And apparently people still love watching Bahar Blast content even though it's 1 year old, so okay, bro. Like, I didn't think it would get like 10,000 views or anything. I just thought it'd get a fairly mediocre amount of maybe like 500, 200. But yeah, apparently people like watching Baja Blast. Let's have a look at another level. I do remember what the level's called, but I don't remember where it is. It's called Cursing the Cursor. It has Sunfish, and also has Dolphino. This one was one of the worst, I think, 3 crown UL stages, in my opinion. For its time, it was really bad. No, they're 100%. Even this far in, they're still 100%. I don't remember where this is, but this is already not fun. Let's just go to this. Curry Comet? Oh, yeah, so literally all of UL is 100% except for Escola Coast. That's funny. There's only one level that doesn't have 100% Dolphino, and it's Escola Coast. And then you go into Star, and they become like AIDS. And then, yeah, these ones are all like 200%, which is really bad. But Baja Blast exists now, so they're pretty manageable. This is, yeah, the most recent iteration. And, yeah, it's pretty bad in this level, except you can rush it down, because the boss comes out like way too late for it to do anything. So yeah, you don't see Dolphina that strong, apart from Star UL. Kavi Comet, Cursing the Cursor, Demon Coup, and Dolphina stages. Yeah, I think it was just those and like, what else was there? Just Escola Coast, right? And that's like it. So you don't see Dolphina in that high max that often. In the Titan Malevolent stage, it's at 200%, but that's like it's a bit of a Land Boudoir, yeah, of course. There's a bit of, you know, that stage is supposed to be hard, so okay. But everywhere else you don't see it that high max, so I think 150 is fairly reasonable. I just don't know what else, like, I don't know how to make the level less, like, oppressive, but then also, like, I don't know how to make it more fair, while also still being challenging, at this point, because I'm sort of out of ideas. My best idea is to add Mr. Angel, or like, whatever it's called again. Maybe I could add the guy, and then delay the spawn of everything else. I think that would be a good idea. Maybe just, like, add another 200 frames to everything. So I still have enough time to build up money, with the additional pressure of the angel guys later on. Oh, I just made a mistake. Hold on. I have to remove this one. So I still, like, with what I had here, with the Mr. Angels, Ms. Devils, there's still enough time if I delay everything by a bit the spawn. There's still enough time to, like, compensate for the spawn of them, but then that's not technically giving you more money by having more peons. So we'll see how this goes. Also, the numbers are quite a lot nicer this time. Medusan, maybe I could make this spawn faster. I'm not sure. Let's see. Nymphcat's good for sniping. I feel like Nymphcat is fine. Nala's good, Urul's terrible. There's barely any anti-floating, so... Should be looking at super res, actually. I forgot I don't have to do this Nogatra. Sniper could be valid. Sniper could be valid. Sniper could be really good. 1-200 Dolphina and AI fishing. Already sucks mega ass. Yeah, AI fishing is the one that has Goku Raku, right? What does this stage play like? Nothing else. It does, like, I don't think this plays like any other stage in the game. This feels like a really unique stage. You got Janillion. Like, it doesn't even compare to Curry Comet. Sorry, not Curry Comet. It doesn't even compare to the Rainbow Bridge level, because the enemies are different. And, like, this enemy just, like, will kill everything eventually. So you're, like, sort of tight on money to a point where you can't Dark Laser stack and, like, make the level free. But at the same time, you have enough money if you kill everything with good generalists, so that the level isn't too bad. if you, yeah, if you do play it like that. Okay, that's pretty big. I'll take that. Could honestly remove Eraser here. Maybe Eraser's not doing enough. I feel like Eraser's just a waste of money, you know? It's just like dying and then doing nothing in the process. It's like absorbing some damage, but like, what damage is it even absorbing? That slime is dead, unlucky. That was bad. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. I have no clue. Get some door and chip damage, hopefully. Okay, everything died. Wow, and then I can get Nala out and get Freezing out? Okay. Sure. Maybe Housewife's actually a valid pick in this level. I sort of stopped using Housewife for a bit, because I don't like Housewife anymore. Yeah, that's definitely more threatening. Okay, that's definitely a lot of threat coming in by the Mr. Angels, Miss Devils. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. Also, not spamming Eraser has helped my economy quite a lot. Oh my god, that's AIDS. And here's where the level becomes like impossible for someone, because you can't kill anything now. And now that's strengthened, so everything dies. Yeah. Okay, so wow, that was just lost really quickly, I guess. Wow. Okay, well, I guess I'm not doing that. Holy shit. Genuine mags go down. I forgot to do that. Genuine mags go down to 100%. Everything else stays the same. Yeah, I'm removing Eraser. It's not doing anything. I guess I could have... I don't really... Yeah, I don't know what else to add, though. Sort of sucks that this guy is immune to knockback. I didn't know that. Probably someone will find a way to cheese this level, but it's all good. Yeah, I'll try Housewife, okay. I don't use Housewife that often nowadays, so I'm not used to seeing and using Housewife now. I guess I could remove this for, Cone? Maybe? Because I don't need a Razor. That much was clear from the previous run. A Razor was just not really doing anything. Oh, that sucks a lot. Oh, that sucks a lot. Oh dearie me. Okay. So just get Housewives going, I think. Keep couriers going. See how that goes for now. I think Housewife should do a good job on killing that. Wow. Wow, okay, that just immediately killed it. Wow, I'm sort of surprised, to be honest. I forgot Housewife was good. Forgot how good Housewife is in this video game. You can get one knockback fairly quickly on the boss. Okay, that's nice to know. That was a bad Breaker Blast. I should have waited a bit. I should have waited until it was strengthened to Breaker Blast. Because now it's just gonna deal more damage. Okay. Now everything just feels a little bit too weak, because that's gonna die soon. No? Like, that's dead to Nala, right? Pretty much dead to Nala. Oh. Oh, that might not be good. But then there's like no more threats once that dies, right? Wow. So I guess maybe the mags have to go up or something? Something else has to be added for sure. Now there's just a free win, right? Pretty much. Because there's no other threats in the level. Greetings, you're back. Well, hello again. I just don't know. Yeah, I guess I need another Dolphino or something. Like more Biz Devils, maybe. Do that. One more Dolphino. Make the respawn a little bit lower. Like 1,600 maybe. I think I'll put this on a high layer. So like unironically 6 to 7, and then these can be like 8 to 9, 8 to 9, 8 to 9. And these guys can be 5 to 6, I think. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Professor A. Oh, Professor A would fucking suck, I think, on this level. I'm not really sure how to make it bad. Maybe I just add another Janelian. That would make it kinda bad. Yeah, let's try that. Add a second Janelian with a respawn that's close to the Medusan timing. So like, I guess 2,700 to 3,000. So there's some time to fend off the first Medusan before the next Janelian comes storming in. Maybe this could work. Chat, maybe this could work. I'm trying to build a level, so just want it to be interesting and unique. Yikes, Slime missed that. That's non bueno. Slime missed again, really? Okay. Yikes, that missed. Wow, this is not good. Yeah, and then by the time that all dies, then the next boss is here. Then, like, maybe this is enough to hold everything off? I think it should be, right? Oh, no, it's not. Oh dear. It is absolutely not enough to hold everything off. So that one Janelian ad really just screws over everything and makes it a hard level. Okay, well, that's interesting. Second Janelian is quite deadly with the Medusan. I don't know if this is the way to go, though. I don't know if this is the way to go. It's promising, but maybe it's a bit too difficult. Why am I using Miss Devil? So then the enemies push faster. All of these enemies are like backswing enemies, except for Owl Valley. And the front line moving forward isn't a big deal. This thing is moving fast. Like, this thing moves fast. So I feel like this thing takes away more space and is more annoying in general. I think I should have more of them. Keep 8, maybe? I can also make the Doge Dark spawn a little bit faster, just for the end. So I go back to like 900 to 1,100, perhaps. This seems pretty good, still. Can't use it? Oh, really? Okay. Well, then I'll just replace it with something else. Can't be that bad. Let's see, so enemies that have been used. I'm pretty sure Janelian is not in there. Janelian's not in there. No one thinks of Janelian. Yeah, Medusan, there's no Janelian. Angel Glory, okay, I wasn't gonna use Angel Glory anyway. Blogger, okay, Ms. Devil, I can't use Ms. Devil. Fair enough. Um, hmm. Okay, that's just an easy fix though. I can just change the enemy. Gabriel probably is in there already. Wait, why did they not put Gabriel in here? Wait, they don't have Gabriel in this stuff. Okay, I'm using Gabriel then. Fuck it. Bro, Gabriel is so AIDS to deal with. I just have to make the mags somewhat viable. That's it. 500 probably fine. It doesn't have to be strong. It just has to be annoying. I just want to check what the most recent ZL mags are for Gabriel. Most recent mags for Gabriel. I can't find them. Where are they, bro? Beyond the Hadal? Are we serious? Oh, no, no. Okay, so Gabriel in here was 600%. Okay, I can leave it 500 then. And in UL, it's mostly 500, I think. Gabriel 500, so it's pretty consistent. Your team got Snowball and Bardial. But I don't even know what Bardial is. What the hell is Bardial? What is Bardial? Bang Bang is the dog with a fucking machine gun. What is Bardial though? What the hell is Bardial? Also, I'm gonna make the Gabriels probably less, because Gabriels are a lot more annoying than this devil. So I'll probably go like 5 Gabriels with a longer delay. Like that, maybe? What is Bardial, bro? Alien Eva? Oh, is that that's the one that has like the blind spot? Damn. That's the one that has the blind spot and like stupid amount of stats. Okay. This guy. Right? The one that has like the blind spot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know. That level would seem pretty bad, to be honest. That level seems pretty bad. Because this enemy is just impossible to kill. Surely. Max mags, you'd have to put it on probably 150. Like, 150 is pretty balanced. The damage is still relatively high, and then, okay, maybe this is not as imbalanced as I thought it would be, but it's still pretty bad to deal with. Very annoying. Get soloed by Bahamut? Okay, but not when there's a Project A in there. Infamous back in the day because of the 350% Angel Glory, yes. And then the one that can be one-slotted with Bahamut, yes. Because of Bahamut Blast, yes. I do know that much about the enemy. Um, okay. How do I change the lineup now? I guess this goes. Because there's like there's no opportunity to fucking do that anymore. Nymph probably goes back in. Still seems really shaky though, this defense. Like, I sort of wish I could use Pizza in this defense. There's nothing stopping me. Doran can go. Pizza hopefully does Doran's job. You got Pizza out now. It's gonna use this startup to get as much money as possible. Like, as possible. Well, I think we min-maxed the money here, chat. Fairly successful in min-maxing the money. Hopefully pizza... Okay, pizza scammed. That's alright. Hopefully pizza can, like, do something against that enemy, maybe? Like shockwave? Okay, that's good. And it's dead, okay. That's alright. Get the timing in soon. Nala and Slime. Okay. It's already knocked back once. Alright. I'll just break a blast to keep it at bay for the second knockback or whatever. And it's gonna die soon. Okay. Yeah, pretty... Like, this first fight... This first part of the battle seems pretty consistent. Right, that seems pretty consistent. It's just this cleanup which seems pretty bad to do. Right, maybe? Is the cleanup not bad? How bad is this cleanup? Oh, this cleanup is bad. Oh, this cleanup is bad. Never mind. Oh, hell nah, bro. Oh, hell nah. What is this? Okay, yeah, the Dolphinas are spawning too often. Oh, hell nah, bro. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. What the fuck just happened? Hey. Okay. Okay, I'm putting... okay. Fair enough. Oh, shit. Use iOS? Oh, dear. That sucks. I don't know what you can do then with iOS. Alright, these Dolphinas suddenly need to chill. Holy fuck. They need to chill. I'm putting them back to the original spawn. I think 4 is still fine, because they're spawning... They're gonna be spawning less frequently. Like, by the time the last one spawns, it's already 10,000 frames until level. So... Yeah, I think that's probably more than enough time, right? Like once... Oh, it's already 8,000. Then you have quite a while to kill the Medusans, too. Yeah, and then I just do this, I think. Just to make the Medusans less aids to deal with. There's less of them. Oh, there's like a huge amount of delay between them. This is fine. Okay. Let's try this again. Maybe I need more Gabriels, just for money. Yeah, okay. The Gabriels seem to actually not do that much. So, I'm just gonna leave them in. I think you could lean even further into the fact that all enemies have very stallable backswings. Except Medusan. No, I'm not making Dolphina 1% 10,000%, bro. That's cringe. I think modifying stats of certain enemies just to make them usable is a bit cringe. Like, saying, oh, I want to make this enemy 100 to, like, 50%. Okay, sure. Not for, like, a level. I feel like it's going against the level. I gotta find a background, actually, so I don't keep on looking at this stupid image that looks horrible. Calamity, the Calamity event, I think it was on like 1.8. It's like a special background, I remember. But Calamity is not the main enemy here. The Calamity is kind of there to give money at the start. I could also buff the Calamity, give it a bit more damage. Like, put it back to 350%. I think this background's actually pretty cool. I'll put it back to 350. It does die fairly quickly, now I have the correct lineup, so... Just add a bit of extra damage. Should be fine. Yeah, Dolphina's just overrun you. Maybe it is time for Gigando, actually. Because once Calamity is dead, then Gigando actually sort of cooks quite a lot. So, let's try Gigando. To take out Nymph, Nymph seems to be underperform. I think Nymph should underperform. Oh yeah, that background's pretty nice. That background's nice. Hopefully Can gets behind. Fuck. This start off is annoying. This start off is quite annoying. Okay. Not bad. I'll just double cash this Doge Dark, I think. Can base tank a bit. It's not like an urgent matter to save base HP. Well, it is an urgent matter if that happens, but well, unlucky. Skill issue, I guess. Hopefully that's enough damage to just take it out. Oh fuck, it's not. Really? Okay, Nala, you gotta clutch up here, man. There we go. Okay, now I can just do this. Chill. See how this goes. Also, I'm gonna get Gigando down because I just want to see how he performs in this stage of the battle. Wow, that got knocked back really quickly. Holy fuck. Okay, and then Gigando just gets knocked back like that. Okay. I see. Okay, so maybe it's not Gigando, huh? Huh. Okay. That sucks. I guess I just couldn't lure the guy forward enough. I actually stopped using dual erasers and used manic eraser with the targeted. Okay, reasonable. I think stone is called rock cat. Stone is not rock, but I always called stone rock. It's neither here for sniping backliners. Number one, it counters, yeah, snipes this guy, snipes this guy, snipes this guy. And also has Surge Immune, but that's not a big deal, because Nala's matchup versus this is not that good. Gigando's matchup is better. So, Nala's there for getting just general sniping DPS. And it's really helpful. Okay, I'm gonna try base tank again to see how this turns out. Really? Okay, and Housewife does that, so I don't have to really think too much about this defense. I can just spam stuff, I think. Oh, that was not ideal. That's all good, though. Oh my god, are we serious? So now the Al Valley is doing everything. Wow. Wow, now the Al Valley just shit on everything. Well, that's one of the reasons I had it in there, no? So I could shit on that stuff. Now it's just a race against time. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Wow, the Al Valley is surprisingly annoying. Yet again. So I have Nymphcat in there to snipe Owl Valley. That makes a lot of sense because that shit was not dying. That shit was not dying. I'll tell you that much. Maybe even Dark Laser is an option. I haven't really thought of Dark Laser, but Dark Laser is probably broken, huh? Immune to weaken. Yeah, I'm putting in Dark Laser. That was stupid. Message retracted. Bye bye. Finish Zeal and don't know the answer to this. AUET. What the hell is that? Doesn't revive. Why does it make the sound of it being Z killed? Because it's just the automatic thing that happens to zombies. There's two zombies that don't revive. They both have the Z kill sound. Yeah, it's also the same with Variety Bear. It's not stupid, in my opinion. But anyway, that's all good. You don't have to get caught up with how that kind of stuff affects the game, I think. Okay, that's not bad. I guess I'll just do that to kill. Okay, not a bad start. This is better than before. I think because I'm gonna use Dark Laser here, I think the play is I don't spam Courier. Because Dark Laser is just gonna oh my fucking god. Okay, yeah, so I don't know why I didn't use Dark Laser before. Probably just stupidity, to be honest. But yeah, Dark Laser is pretty fucking good, huh? Wow, what the fuck just happened? Okay, but then I just lost, because I don't have Courier to kill that thing either. Wow, Well, this is interesting. If only Laprude was alone. Yeah, of course it does. If you have max foundation, Laprude is not an enemy. You can probably even use Little Island against Laprude with max foundation. Wait, I'm putting them back. I just don't want to get carried away with trying to micro Dark Laser so it doesn't bankrupt. I just want to focus more on the overall kind of feel of the level before committing to that. Oh, that sucks. So I need to send out Manic Eraser early or it doesn't recharge in time to then tank Can. Which is very important here, obviously. Oh, what? What? Yo? Chill, bro? Okay, there we go. We're chilling now. Ooh, beautiful slime. Ooh, beautiful slime. Beautiful slime. Beautiful. Beautifully done there. Oof, okay, that's bad. Because now I can't kill the guy easily. Okay, he died. Alright, so I just need to see how this defense holds up now, because I did change a couple of things. So maybe it is holding up fairly well. It does seem to hold up fairly well. If I don't spam Courier. There's just a lot of these fucking Dolphinas though. Holy shit, there's still like a plague of Dolphinas on the board. Still way too many. Way too many Dolphinas. Okay. This is close to being balanced, in my opinion. This is close. Wellpug if you don't finish the level? No. 101% Wellpug? That's still... Isn't that still unfair? Because it guarantees slows everything? Isn't it still unfair because it just CCs everything into the ground? Yeah, it's not fair. Too much base damage, and it's like slowing and too much HP anyway. 600% Walpurgis. Yeah, that's just the final cycle though. You got points deducted for using Medusan as a punishment timer? I don't know. Cooking up poison in our live chat? Yeah, pretty much. Dolphin? Yeah, the dolphin is fucking crazy. What the hell? Like, the Dolphina just fucking shit on everything. They're just too many, bro. I'm nerfing the timer again. Fuck it. I'm nerfing this shit again. I don't care. But what can I even take out in this lineup? Okay, now I'm taking that out. Uh, I feel like Gigando is a good idea. Let's try this one more time. One more time. What a game changer. Bizarre. Big Mints has enlightened me to stack timelines. I have to figure out how that works. Thank God the host banned Eva 13. Yeah, Eva 13 is not a fun enemy to deal with, let's be real. There's not you can't even curse it with anything. Because unless you bring Curse Blast, you can't curse it. So what's the enemy just sucks dick. Are you pulling Diluno on the 11th or no? Yeah, I'll be pulling all my tickets, but not my cat food. Maybe I'll pull the 750, but I won't be pulling anything more than that, I think. Bizarre. Okay, so we do this again. Spam those. Whoa. Fucking die. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was good. Hopefully Calamity can die here. There we go. Let's see if this works. Holy spam. Okay, but it's more manageable though. This is more manageable. This is a lot more manageable. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty balanced, no? That looks pretty balanced. Yeah, spamming everything, there's still a good chance to lose. That's pretty balanced. Yeah, I'll take that. I will fucking take that. That is not bad. I will take that. That seemed pretty good. Just had to delay the Dolphinas a bit and have Gigando, and it was pretty solid. Team 10. So, Civ. Round 4. Okay, that's... seems like pretty good for now. I'm happy with how that turned out, for sure. Yeah. Watch the all get it. Dolphina, our Bali's sturdy backline is diabolical. The first two would normally be countered by rushes, but the backliner prevents that. It's funny because Calamity is not a sturdy backliner. The Calamity is actually pretty fragile. But just the fact that it weakens everything is so AIDS. It's so AIDS to deal with. That's why having a high magnification Calamity, a high magnification Calamity is like bad. But having like a low one which gets tanked for is like actually feels fairly alright. Okay, so this is probably the final version. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this stuff though. So so it's just like blank. Technically I could also make other stuff the boss, but I don't really think it's worth it to make the other stuff the boss. Alright. I'm gonna export this as a pack as well. And hopefully my team will go ahead and playtest it for me. Because this looked pretty fun. Yeah, that seemed pretty alright to deal with. It's not like... it was just kind of strategy oriented. Like, not too much skill played into it. And I think that's fine. Like, even just getting slime in seems pretty skillful. What challenge could he possibly be doing? Yeah, he told me in Messenger he'll be playing that again. Um, I yeah hope that goes fine for them. This actually seemed fairly balanced. Like this thing, like it seemed pretty like you don't have to like think too much, but then you don't have to like sweat. Like you do have to like sweat a little bit, I guess, with slime. But I think getting just like trying to get slimes in is not too bad, right? Gigando is controlling this pretty well, I would say. Keeping the dolphins at bay, getting some snipe damage. Is actually like fairly balanced loadout. Courier though, 2 million damage. Maybe there's a world where this is lower. I don't know. And Courier is sort of broken anyway against Janillion, so it doesn't really matter. What's that like the end? What's like the end result? I think it's more interesting. Like at this point, Courier's done like a fuck ton of damage. Nala and Gigando actually balanced out. That's kind of insane. Slime does a lot, and then the LDs do a lot, the front lines do a lot. It's pretty balanced, no? That looks pretty balanced. Yeah, the one that I posted on my channel. Is it harder? No, it's the same thing, but with the Breaker Blast fix. You can just reply the level, replay the level. Yeah, if you're using BCU, make sure that you save every replay that you do, because if you don't save the replay, then there's no proof that the level was beaten. So yeah, it's pretty important to do. I don't really know how the don't know if the Gabriels change the level that much. They certainly are annoying, in theory, but they were sort of just shit on that entire time. They sort of just got shit on by probably just Courier and all the LD. But then the trade-off is that the LD should get killed by Calamity, so it's like you have a more fragile thing that can consistently knock back Gabriel. It should die to Calamity in like 2 attacks. But then, okay, maybe there is room for like one more enemy. Maybe Gabriel could be replaced by like Dark Medillo or something, or like Gobble. But Gobble is really bad to deal with because like one Gobble attack completely screws everything over. So I don't know if Gobble's the right way to go. All right, 4 days till the date. Yeah, there's still like 3.5 days. It's a good thing I put it on recording. Before I end, I wanna quickly show something which I know I shouldn't, because I'm sort of exposing something which I shouldn't be exposing. But I don't think anyone will. I don't think anyone would care anyway. So before I end, I'll show you something. I'll show you a level which I made. I made the what do you call it? Why is this so wrong? The hell? Was BC was showing the correct window, right? I'm not tripping. Oh, this is just full screen for whatever reason. Okay, sure. I'll just make this smaller. Okay, that's fine. Just yeah, I made this level, and this one actually like this version of the level is fucking crazy. But like the other version was like actually pretty balanced. And I just like having one enemy of like every kind, and I feel like I balanced this one fairly well. Okay, not this one, but like the enemy synergy was like really good. You have Dark Medillo, Gobble. You have all these like different enemies. Like technically Gobble should get shit on by Newton, but you still need Bubble, and then Bubble sort of gets shit on by like everything else. Yeah, this version was sort of like stupid. It was kind of dumb, but I did beat it with the Rich Cat. Like the whole point is that Hania like is fucking insane pushing power with all of these enemies, but I managed to beat this, and then I nerfed it. I made it quite a lot easier. because I just nerfed like the enemy, like the peon enemy spawns and stuff, and mags. So it became quite a lot easier. Um, but it's still like pretty well balanced, I think. And also I didn't need a rich cat too, which is really nice. Um, so yeah, I can make levels. I just don't have like I don't have motivation to make levels all the time because like what's the point? I just don't see the point of making levels. This one is specifically like I made this though because I just wanted to start like a couple of levels that have like every single enemy of like of each kind. So like I made this like funny one which is like a spam level, which is yeah I think it's like really weird. I think it's probably too easy, but like it's supposed to be like interesting in like how I designed the levels. So yeah. I also ended up buffing this, so I think it was a bit too easy. Yeah, but like fucking golden Arost plus this guy, not that easy to deal with, especially with surges in the background. So I can make levels. It's just like I don't have motivation to most of the time. So yeah, that's probably just gonna be the end of stream. Quaxo said once said less is more. Bro, Quaxo's aids enemy. Scissor taken? Really? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious, man? Scissor a peon? Oh my god. Well, I'll just change Scissor to something else, bro. Oh my god, why is Scissor taken, bro? Okay, well, I have to make a version 3 to fix the Scissor issue. Bro. Bro, it's so annoying. I can't even put in Scissor, bro. Filibuster value? Yeah. Filibuster was there to freeze. I think it was to kill the Othom. Because the Othom is like the Othom's doing quite a lot on the level, and there's a lot of them. So I had Filibuster just to clean them up. Well, yeah, I have to change out Scissoroo for something. I don't know. I don't know what I want for Scissoroo. What do I want? Otter? Ooh, Otter is actually kind of tempting. I think Otter would be a good idea. If I put like the Otter to 600%, that's too weak. Okay, if I put it to 1200%, this is like not bad, right? Just the only problem is it drops like no money, so I don't want to put it in there if I can help it. Bro, having to check other teams shit is so annoying, dude. Maybe it's just like Kid Tapper? But does someone already have Kid Tapper? Don't tell me Kid Tapper's already taken, please. Kid Tapper's a mid-tier enemy, are we fucking serious? Oh my god. Celeboodle maybe? The Celeboodle's too weak. Celeboodle is too weak. And I don't like using Celeboodles in levels if I can help it. Because Celeboodle is just a cringe way to give money. So I don't wanna do that if I can help it. Maybe like Craze Gross? Actually, I feel like Craze Gross would be alright. Maybe he's a little bit weak. But he gives a lot of money, you know? Craze Gross is probably valid. You stole Kid Tapper? Yeah. I think Craze Gross is actually not bad. Except the mag's like 200%. It's like, it's not gonna die immediately. But like, it's gonna get one attack usually. And then die. Or like 1 to 2 attacks maybe. At 250%. And like the shock, okay, 9,000 damage shockwave though, that's a lot of damage. Maybe just 200? Like this is a bit weak, right? Okay. I'll test it out. There's this thing. That sucks. I keep on forgetting that like I have to balance stuff around other teams too. So annoying. Yeah, 200% craze growth is fairly balanced, but it's still annoying. If you can't kill it, it's really bad. And I don't think Hitman is good in the level, even though there's Dolphino. Because Hitman is just not. Maybe Hitman is the play. I don't know. Okay. So I have to change the Scissoros. Nah, Crazed Gross gives too much money. It can't be Crazed Gross. Darksend? Maybe Darksend. Maybe Darksend. Because then Darksend would incite Hitman for maybe Housewife? Like remove Hitman for Housewife? I'm not sure. I still think Darksend is a little bit too much for what I want. Like, I want a peon that can be controlled a bit easily but still applies pressure. I don't want something that's just going to push until it dies. Because then it's going to be hard to actually remove it. If you're out of money, it's sort of impossible. Maybe this Darksend. This Darksend is probably fine. Also gives a lot of money, which I don't like. Maybe Hermit Peng? Hermit Peng is really annoying on high mags. On like high mags, this thing is like really bad. Like 1500%? This thing's really bad. Could be Hermit Peng. You don't understand what's going on, you're just here. That's fine. I'm just designing. I have to redesign the level because I have to take out Scissoroo. So, no Scissoroo means... no Scissoroo means no stuff. I think I'll try Hermit Peng. Maybe. Just don't know what else there is. Any of the piggybacks get demolished by Courier, so that's not a good idea. Maybe it could be Crab? Maybe? It's actually... Oh, this is red. It's going to get demolished by Courier. Just looking at range at the moment. Squid? Martin? No, Martin's too strong. This thing's too strong. Hippo? Okay. I guess I could just replace it with Hippo, no? Drops less money, but that's probably fine. We do this. This is still a bit weak, right? It's very weak, so I have to amp that up to like 3000% or something for it to be dangerous. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. Try Hippo now. Just a band-aid fix, you know? I'm pretty sure Hippo is not in here. Yeah, Hippo is not in the list of mid-tier enemies. But Hippo still applies a bit of pressure. This respawn timer is crazy. Okay. I don't know, maybe it's a bit too weak. Use Randy? No, Randy's another, it's an enemy you can't use because Group 2 has it. What is the Hippo mags in ZL though? What does this thing look like in ZL? Is this thing even like threatening? Bro. Yeah, this thing is not threatening at all. Okay, well, I'll do one more run of the level because I literally have to. And see how it pans out. I think it's a bit too easy because Hippo is just not an enemy which you think is threatening, you know? It's not a threatening enemy. I can just double cash the Doge Dark. And it's like already dead, bro. Okay, I get slime out in a sec, like now, I think. Yeah. Good slime. I have to say, money is a bit of an issue now, no? Wow, I just died somehow. Uh, okay. Wow. That was uneventful. Never mind. Maybe I just take out that LB. Okay, even with my sloppy gameplay, this seems pretty possible. Okay, so that's still fairly doable, huh? Okay, but that was easier for sure. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna roll with this for now. Uh, what should I call it? Let's call it that because it's like it's literally a band-aid fix. Oh, is chat saying anything? Black, red, Aku, Relicapo, when? Nope. Scissoroos give so much money. They do, but they're a lot harder to kill. So they're more threatening and they're harder to kill. So you get rewarded for stacking more damage. So it's yeah, quite different. Gigando true form should make him target Aku. I think so too. By the way, I should open up my other instance of BCU just to show you something. And when I say show you something, I mean show you how much a team buffed Gigando. Because I don't agree with it at all. I think it is one of the stupidest buffs I've seen. You can see how strong Scissoroos can be, just look at Cappy Jr. Cappy Jr. is already nearly the strongest Scissoroos in the game. Aku Realms 2 that finally unlocks the true form? Nah, it won't be that. It won't be that. They'll just add it in an update like Iddy. They'll just add it and add some kind of requirement for it. It won't be anything too interesting. I might also add one more Dolphina, but for now it's done. For now it's done for sure. Is Kaipora sent anything? No. Okay, I'll export it again. Wait, I'll export it one more time. What did it say? Allow users to copy animation without password. Okay, yeah, sure. Like, the animations in this pack matter at all. Okay. So, exports, then 9.8. Fix Scissor. There you go. This stream, how long has it been? It's been probably around 2 hours, I would guess. I actually don't know. How long has it been? I'm checking YouTube. It says 2 hours. So I built this level in 2 hours. That's not bad. I think that's not bad. Most of it was just playtesting and fixing stuff, but it's nearly done. Gigando will Poltrio in Aku Realms. Gigando will probably power creep Poltrio. You don't want much from Gigando, just want him to power creep Poltrio. Yeah, okay. That's good. I think so too. Gigando should be a counter to Poltrio. Alright, so I'm done with this BCU. I'll quickly go back to the other BCU, which is like a fresh BCU. To test out Civ stuff and everything. I'll just show you what people did. Scissor was picked? Yeah. What's the thing called again? Right, sorry, I was just looking at DMs. Okay, here we go. So we got unit remakes. You look at the custom units. You got all of them, okay. So that's probably not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was go and scroll down and look at some of the units. Okay, some of them are not interesting. This one is stupid in my opinion. I'm not sure if it's like easy for you to read, because, okay, my face cam's in the way, so I'm going to turn it off. It's not easy for you to read, but it's a very gimmicky unit. 2 HP, 1 hit, 1 knockback, got like 15k damage, funny cooldown, decent speed, and then it's a metal killer with Behemoth Slayer? Bizarre. So, that's like some of the stuff that people did. Our team went with the remake of Surgeon, which gave him a weaken, which I think should have been 50%, but like, I didn't really test it too much. I think the winner was Copcat, I don't remember exactly, but there were a few other fairly good ones. I think Musashi was probably one of my favorites. It's just a general improvement. I would suddenly use Musashi with these stats against relics and zombies. His zombie typing for no gacha is actually really important, because he's pretty much the only zombie killer that's available for the backline. So having something that can consistently kill Kadabra and Z-Kill would be really nice. So I do like this unit. Even though he's not too strong or anything. It's just a nice improvement. Then there's some like stupid ones like Brainwash Lion, which for some reason got high. In my opinion, this unit is not balanced at all. This thing literally has half the health of Zamboni and recharges in 4 seconds. So it's just like, yeah, the wall capability of this unit seems a little bit broken. But I didn't playtest this one. I didn't playtest any of these units at all, actually, except for the Gigando. Sorry, not the Gigando, for the Surgeon, which I also barely playtested. But this thing seems a little bit too good, in my opinion. Guarantee Weaken with Sage Slayer. Like, we're looking, like, compare this to Zamboni, and, like, Zamboni is just always losing. That's the thing. Like, Zamboni is just always losing in the trade matchups. I understand that Zamboni is not, like, a broken unit by any means, but Zamboni is one of the best tanks in the game, so being able to outclass Zamboni is, in my opinion, a little bit too much. But that unit did get quite a lot of upvotes and like points. Ulala was cool. The one I was trying to allude to before was the Gigando remake. This thing is just stupid, in my opinion. Again, I have to show it because I think it's just ridiculous. Since we're on the topic of the Gigando true form. So, Gigando is fairly infamous for having bad stats, right? His stats are just not that good. So this team decided to give him 80% health as a talent. They also decided to increase the damage by 80% as a talent. They also decided to increase the surge strength by 1 level, and then give him strong against Aku, which I did the numbers before. Essentially, his DPS goes from 13,000 to also Berserk, by the way, 50% Berserk. His final DPS, if every attack can lands, is around 50,000. Is around 50,000. So, just as a reference as to how much 50,000 DPS really is Izanagi's DPS is 40,000. Gigando's DPS final number, if everything, like the max potential, is 51,000. And if you look at also the Mechabon remake, which a team made for whatever reason, this thing has 18,000 DPS with a 50% chance to create a blast attack, and also strong against. So you're looking at the same problem, where this thing has nearly 50,000 DPS. All I'm saying, bro, I don't know how these fucking units got past the quality control on these teams, but yeah, that's a lot of DPS. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot of DPS. Also, I'm pretty sure this has Omni Strike, no? It has Omni Strike. Because Mechabon, yeah, they increased the range and gave it Omni Strike. Because, you know, Samakthis is not a good rusher. They need to give Omni Strike to other rushers too, you know? Metal Behemoth, blah blah, okay. That's just a lot of stuff. Hoping they'll give a Sage Brutal Advent that's Dark and Zombie that does Savage Block 5%, Waves at 20%. Okay, no, I don't want that to happen. No thank you. I don't want to see a Dark/Zombie toucan, which is going to be killing stuff like that. No thank you. I hope you're not predicting anything. No, you won't be predicting anything. They won't do that. But yeah, I'm just not entirely sure how these things got past the quality control. Like, Who thought that a max potential 51k Gigando DPS was good, and like average 50k Mechabun DPS was a good idea? I don't think it is, because Izanagi has 40,000 DPS. So, look, personally, I guess you could still say that Kalisa has like 70,000 DPS or whatever, 80,000 DPS. Okay, and like Yukimura has like 80k DPS and so on. Like, you can keep on making that argument, but just being able to match the DPS, I think, is already a red flag for me for units. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can if you're in the r/bc server, you can see everything. You can download the pack, I mean, and view these units for yourself. I think the majority of the units were weird. I would say maybe 60% were like strange, and the rest of them felt, at least by my eye, looked pretty balanced. So, yeah, this is cool. This is definitely cool. Just funny how you're talking about Gigando True Form, and this thing to me is just like fucking crazy. But anyway, also they reduce the cooldown, so he's actually like a reasonable cooldown too. At least I believe that's a reduced cooldown. That's it though. I think I'm done with streaming. I made the level. Yeah, I made the level. I'm gonna just get feedback from the team. Goobs is making his own level, so that's cool. Yeah, that was a YouTube stream. I didn't want to stream on Twitch because I stream mostly non-BCU stuff on Twitch. Black Zombie Sage. Well, they're not going to do Black Zombie Sage unless it's a new enemy or if it's a toucan, so hopefully they don't make a toucan Black Zombie Sage, and hopefully they don't make... Yeah. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, that's about it though. Being this is supposed to be wild enemies. How do you get a metal and wild enemy? No idea. Maybe it could be like a partially cybernetic wild enemy. Like metal and floating with Behemoth. Who knows? So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day maybe seeing how Kaipova thinks of the level, Boobs thinks of the level. Continue making content. So yeah, that was